Have you ever come across a DVD, taken a look at the disc and thought, hang on, what's this? Some films are so iconic that when a disc is printed, they don't need to add the title. Others, not so much. Some DVDs have really strange artwork, and some don't even include the movie title. Today we're going to look at the film discs that are too good and too recognisable for titles on the disc. Or are they? Today I'm asking, how well do you know your films, as I turn these mystery discs into an interactive quiz for you to play along with. I've dug out 10 discs from my collection that don't feature an obvious title anywhere on them. So the question is, do you think you can identify the film from the disc alone? The best way to play along is by watching on mobile or desktop. On your mobile, just swipe where the comments are and hit Take Quiz, and the multiple choice questions will appear for you to play along with. If you are watching this on desktop, below the clip by the description is a quiz tab. Just click Take Quiz and the questions will appear screen right beside the video. And if you are watching this on TV, sadly the interactive features are not currently available, so just shout your answers out at the TV. I won't hear you, but you can play along. It'll be fun. The films will start off obvious enough, but will build up into some pretty obtuse and obscure artwork that doesn't give a lot away, so I'll be sure to drop in some clues where I can to help you along. Remember, they're only easy if you know the answer. Leave your scores in the comments below at the end and let me know if there were any that were too easy or any that were just too plain difficult and impossible. Anyway, I've waffled on enough. Are you ready? 10 discs, 10 bits of artwork, easy, medium, impossible. Let's go. So I'm going to start you off easy with disc 1, but what could this be? Are we looking at Gladiator, Immortals, 300, or Gods of Egypt? Looks a bit like Gerard Butler. It is, of course, Zack Snyder's 300, starring my good friend, Jerry Butler. I did tell you the first few would be quite easy. So let's see how you get on with the next one. Okay, disc 2, and what are we looking at here? Looks a bit like Russell Crowe, doesn't it? Is it Gladiator, Noah, Robin Hood, or Virtuosity? Now you might be forgiven for thinking this is Gladiator, but it is actually Ridley Scott's Robin Hood, which did start off as a film that was more sympathetic towards the Sheriff of Nottingham. And that all changed and became a more traditional retelling of the legend. But was it any good? It was alright. Disc 3 now, and we're moving on to comedy with this little number. Is it The Hangover, Bad Trip, Road Trip, or Vacation? I wonder what it is. They are driving a car. It looks like some kind of road trip. But looking at the picture on the disc, it could have been either part 1 or part 3, both set in Vegas. But yeah, it's the first one, The Hangover. The name's Brosnan, Pierce Brosnan, but what Brosnan Bond film are we looking at here? Is it GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, The World Is Not Enough, or Die Another Day? Did the icy background give it away? It is, of course, the best of Brosnan's Bond films, Die Another Day, released in 2002 and marked the 40th anniversary of the Bond franchise on the big screen. Cruising in with disc 5 now, and it's this Tom Cruise vehicle. But what are we looking at here? Is it Minority Report, Mission Impossible 3, War of the Worlds, or Jack Reacher? It does get a little bit more difficult now when a star is used so prominently to promote a film, but this is, of course, Tom Cruise and Spielberg's second collaboration, War of the Worlds, which was fine. Disc number 6 now, and we're getting a little bit trickier now with this picturesque disc. But what are we looking at now? The Maze Runner, Pan's Labyrinth, Source Code, or Inception? Returning viewers may recognise this from a thumbnail I've used in the past. It is, of course, Christopher Nolan's Inception, which uses a nice maze on the DVD disc. But interestingly enough, the Blu-ray has the title on it. That's weird, isn't it? Disc 7 now, and we're moving into comedy. But what film's this? It's definitely Whoopi Goldberg, but is it Jumpin' Jack Flash, The Associate, Theodore Rex, or Sister Act? I always remember this picture of Whoopi Goldberg holding a giant toothbrush, but it is, of course, Jumpin' Jack Flash. Disc 8 now, and crikey, this might be difficult. with this crocodile-based film. What is it? Is it Crocodile Dundee, The Crocodile Hunter Collision Course, Lake Placid, or Reckless Kelly? It is, of course, the late great Steve Irwin on the disc art, so it can only be The Crocodile Hunter Collision Course. Did you get that one? Disc 9 now, our penultimate film. And how well do you know your orangutan films? Because it's this one. Is it Every Which Way But Loose, Any Which Way You Can, Spy Mate, or Dunstan Checks In? Did you get this one? It's not Clyde, and even though he's wearing a tux, this orangutan is no spy. It is actually Dunstan from Dunstan Checks In. And here's a little minor gripe I have with that film. He never actually checks into the hotel. So, misleading title. Okay, do you know what? Fair enough. They've probably all been fairly easy up until this point, but disc 10 is the impossible disc. And my wife actually said, don't use this one because the artwork is so ridiculous. But it's my video and my quiz, and I'm going to see how well you know your films. So what do you reckon that is? There you go. Is it The Hangover Part 2, Sucker Punch, Due Date, or The Town? A small clue, it was produced in 2011 by Legendary Pictures and is a comedy. So did you know this one, or was it a lucky guess? It is, of course, it is Due Date, and you wouldn't know that unless you read the small print on the disc, which I was covering up. But that is ridiculous, isn't it? If I didn't have the box, how on earth would I know what that is at a glance? That's preposterous, and a very good example of how studios and print runs are saving money by putting as little effort into a disc as they can. So there you go, those were the 10 discs. How did you get on? Be honest, leave a comment below, and were there any that tripped you up? Surely that last one got all of you. It's ridiculous. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing if not already. I make videos about quirky, weird physical media from my collection, as this very much is a hobby slash hoard of stuff that I've accumulated over the years, and I love looking into it and picking up on all the weird little things that I notice in them. And today's one was discs without titles on, which I thought would turn into an interactive quiz. So let me know if that worked and you'd like to see more, because I do have a whole stack of Blu-rays and 4Ks that also don't have titles on, that are equally, if not more, obscure and weird than the ones I've just shown you. I've also got a load of videos planned about other weird physical media that breaks the machines it gets put into, and things that don't work where they're meant to. Loads of it. I've got so much junk in here to explore, and if I find it interesting, I'll make it video and share it with you. So if you do want to be notified about the next time a video goes live, then hit the subscribe button, click the bell, and the next time I publish a video, you'll be notified and you can join in with the shenanigans. If you are going to stick around on the channel, then there'll be another video being recommended to you here, and I'll also put the subscription button here so that you can subscribe. I will be very, very thankful if you do, because it really does help the channel out. Until then, thanks again for watching, taking part, and I will see you soon with something else weird.